Rise and shine, family. All right, so check this out. What if I told you that there was a version of you for every person that you've ever met in your entire life? Every person that has ever saw you on Facebook, Instagram, any of these social sites that you see, whether or not you've had a conversation with them, there is a version of you for every person that has ever observed you, right? Now, why do I say that? Because everyone has their own individual mind, right? Their own mind. And their mind is going to receive things in its own way. So therefore, their characterization of you is going to be different. It's going to be based on their perception, right? Like I was telling my daughter yesterday that no one would ever see her the way that I see her, right? Because I see her as perfect, special. I don't see her for what she can do in this world, or I don't count her out for anything. When she looks in the mirror, she may see something that she doesn't like. She may be insecure about something. She may want something to be a little bit different. But she lives with her own thoughts. So that's a version of her that no one else will ever know, right? Okay, we're all the same. The way I see her is going to be totally different. So I want to ask you guys, what is more important, your person or your consciousness? Because we have to take into account that everyone is going to have their own version of us based on even what you look like. If you've never said a word to them, if you teach like I do on touchy topics, people may develop a character about you solely because they disagree with what you're teaching, right? And it could be a negative stigma, a negative character. So this is one of the things I just want to know. Should we care about the many characters that people create for us? I mean, as long as we are carrying ourselves in such a way where we're respectful, as long as we're treating people with love and dignity, right? Should we really care what people think about us? Simply because they're going to have a character about you, whether you like it or not. There's really nothing you can do about it, right? It's based on their own life, their own psychology, their own traumas, that they're going to develop a character thing with you. So that's why I say it's one of those things where it matters, but it doesn't, not compared to your consciousness and your well-being. If you are going to be tore up and you can't get your focus together because you're worried about what people are saying, then that's imbalanced, right? I'm not saying we shouldn't care, because I feel like we should care how we treat people, but we have to understand that no matter how hard you try, people are always going to characterize you according to their own brain. I could walk up to someone right now and hand them money, and somebody will see that and say, he's just showing off. You see what I mean? So that's just one of the many things I mean when I say that people are going to think what they want to think based on their own characterization. You know, I could walk up to a female in here and say hi, and they may rationalize me in some other way than the person that I actually am. They may come up with their own perceived character that they think I may have, right? People are going to do this based on your gender, your height, how you look, the color of your skin, whatever. Just know that there are billions of you everywhere. And what's important is your actual consciousness, right? Your well-being. Because people are going to try to describe you or define you the best they can. And they're all going to have a difference in opinion. What do you think of you? That's the question. What do you think of you? Do you believe in you? This is what's important. All that we have is now, family. That's all that exists. The key is living in the moment. And if we're worried about what people think of us, if we're worried about the future or the past, these things are what keep us from living in the moment. You feel me? It's kind of like if you had your own brain to be able to look at the world and observe the world through your own eyes, through your own intellect, you probably would never come up with the religions that they gave you. And the reason they gave you these religions were to keep you limited whenever you do observe the world, right? So when I observe the world, I see everything working in unison. Everything is just being. A tree doesn't try to be a tree. It can't help but be a tree. That seed is what's in control, right? A peach is always going to grow into a peach, no matter what. The same with us. We're always going to be. Now, we may perceive it in such a way and define it in such a way, but it's all you can ever do. Focus on being, family. Rise and shine. Be evolution. Be the change that you want to see, and no candle loses its flame from lighting another. Peace.